In the thin, freezing air of January 1973, an elite 8-member expedition set out to conquer the highest peak in the Western Hemisphere. But what was meant to be a triumph of endurance quickly spiraled into one of the most harrowing and heavily debated tragedies in mountaineering history. Ambushed by a ferocious sudden storm near the summit, the team fractured under the pressure of extreme altitude, leading to the bizarre and agonizing deaths of leader Janet Johnson and NASA engineer John Cooper. The tragedy deepened when subsequent rescue teams and forensic experts struggled to reconcile the physical evidence left on the mountain with the surviving members' conflicting accounts. Decades later, when the receding glaciers finally surrendered Janet Johnson's remarkably preserved body, instead of answers, it revealed inexplicable injuries that reignited whispers of foul play, professional negligence, and a desperate struggle for survival at the edge of the world. This case file, join the theorists as we brave the blizzard, audit the high-altitude anomalies, and cross the frozen perimeter of South America's deadliest peak in the deaths on Aconcagua.
Theorists Theorizing, case file 382. I'm Braden.
I'm Zell.
I'm Dan.
And I'm Andrew.
Listen, we wanted to open up the show today. First off, if you don't know, you can help support the boys. Patreon.com/Alien Theorists Theorizing. Check it out. We got hundreds of hours of bonus content. And every so often, you know, when people leave Patreon, there's exit surveys that you can fill out, and we read them all. We read the exit
feedback.
We try to see seriously. Like, is there changes that we could make? Should we change course of what we're doing?
A little self-reflection,
right?
Healthy.
So there's good ones,
Look around,
and you know, and then there's somebody who's like, "Hey, I'm broke. I'll be back someday." And then there's ones, you know, and it's like, I just don't have the time right now. I'll be back soon. And you're like, oh, cool. We'll see you later.
Cool. Appreciate it.
And then every so often you get one that is just, we read it and we all are like, huh? What the fuck? So without further ado, this is one of our most recent exit surveys from
one
Patreon.
Of our best.
And listen,
making someone famous here.
I'm reading this strictly because, one, we would like help deciphering it, because we take the feedback seriously and we want to know.
Yeah, if you're going to send feedback, don't send it in a fucking Zodiac letter like this. Yeah, like, it makes no sense.
Some sort of fucking cipher to figure it out. All right. So without further ado, this is the exit survey from Unnamed, because we don't get the name, so we don't know who this is.
We don't? That's fucking whack.
I mean, we could probably figure out. We could probably like do some like analysis of like
this
names.
guy had an eagle on his profile picture.
Maybe.
Jesus,
so
Donald.
Here we go. You call him president with quotations. You say complaints about both sides, then just rail Trump, and that's fine. What's not fine is putting no effort into easily verified facts. You don't want Canada. This is what it takes. A president, a great president like Donald. Not Katy Perry's boyfriend. A real man. And no Dan, you liberal hentai masturbator. MAGA, like Trump, a fraud Trump, didn't get shot. MAGA has a 99% approval rating. Cucks caved as soon as the going got hot. Tucker Cuckerson, Danny Jones, and you bitches enjoy male dick.
Well, this just jaw open. It's like I don't know
yet unintelligible
what the
feedback
complaint was.
Hey, one of the real like ones that stumped me is, and again, this is a sentence. MAGA, not like Trump, a fraud Trump, didn't get shot. And I'm like, what does that mean?
MAGA, not like Trump.
Yeah.
A fraud Trump. You calling fraud Trump? Are you calling Trump a fraud?
MAGA, not like
said
Trump?
MAGA, not like Trump.
Yeah, not like Trump.
Trump a fraud. Fraud Trump. MAGA, not like Trump. didn't get shot. I was like, but then what's the complaint then? What are we, I'm not sure. What's I mean?
Also,
I thought we were all pretty much like, you didn't get shot. Like,
Trudeau's not ours anymore. He's yours. Trudeau's American now. He's cheering for the fucking U.S. soccer team. He's dating fucking American chicks. Like, he's not even our prime minister anymore, dickhead. He's yours. He lives there.
I'm so confused as to, because it says you call him president in quotation marks. I'm like, is he mad that we called Trump president?
Yeah.
Like, I'm so confused as to is he mad because, like, I'm not sure. Is he mad because we're talking about Trump and he's like, MAGA no like Trump no more, right? Or is it like reverse? He's like, I'm so confused. And so MAGA has a 99% approval rating, but I'm like, I'm just like,
they might after the weekend.
They're also like,
that was a fucking hell of a show. Like, listen,
say both sides, but you just fucking Trump. Trump is in office right now. Like, why would we talk about like previous administrations, like, and then talk about the one now?
Well, we don't even really talk about that. It's just such a weird, dude. It's one of the best exit surveys we've ever got.
It was phenomenal.
It's one of the few ones that's given us we've taken pause to be like,
it's good. Like, we appreciate it.
Yeah, what do we talk about?
Here, I got a wicked idea. If you're hearing this, resub. Donate again, just so you can cancel and give another one to explain what you're talking about.
Yeah. Sign up for the year. Sign up for the year. Then you can cancel. Do the exit survey, so that we can and just maybe clarify what the fuck is going on.
That's perfect. That's the way you'll get us.
Yeah.
That's the way to get 100%. Us good.
It's similar to the people who leave a 1-star review and then leave a 5-star review later.
Yeah.
And I messed up. I had a bad day. Okay.
And listen. And if you have a gripe, if you listen to an episode and you're like, I'm fucking mad about this. The great thing about us is you can message us on socials and we will respond.
We'll talk to you.
So like, I've seen Zell get in heated arguments about someone who like is like, I don't like this. And Zell's like, oh yeah, why? And then they get into like a long battle where the person's like, well, I guess I'm not really sure why I'm that mad actually, now that I've heard your other sides. It's all
Every
good.
time we've gotten those situations, you always get the message afterwards being like,
yeah,
I'm sorry.
100%.
And like, carried away. And you're like,
shoot us a message. Shoot us a message. We're one of the few podcasts that we will get back to you in 6 to 8 weeks.
You know, it's because most people can just post and do whatever they want, leave comments anywhere, and nothing ever happens. But when someone's even just like politely goes, "What do you mean?" They're like, "Oh, wait, I don't know what to do."
Accountability. What do you mean?
You're like, wait,
explain yourself.
Yeah, actually, I still have this podcast downloaded on my phone. They're not that bad. Anyways, it's funny though, but
I got another little quick gripe before we start the main show here. We're getting fucked by Big Grill boys this barbecue season.
Big Grill?
Big Grill.
What happened?
Is that why you're dressed like a grill master right now? Yes. That's why you got a fucking collar on.
Your apron.
Are you wearing fucking
like,
white Nike Air Monarchs right now?
Yeah,
I'm
going to. I'm making my own flavor town. Everything's charbroiled on my grill. But what happened to the grill scrapers?
I have one.
They're insane. Like, they've got rid of the metal brush.
Yeah, because they're not good for you.
Yeah, they're like, oh yeah, people eat them in. I've used a fucking metal brush.
Dude, that's a similar thing to the turtle with the straw in the nose. Happened a couple times.
Dude, I'm telling you, I've had a fucking metal brush my entire life. Those things work. They clean the grill. I've never once been like, I better go to the hospital. I must have eaten 100 of those little metal hairs.
I still have one.
Right? Well, now they have these new wooden bristle ones. Yeah, dude, I bought one for my new barbecue, and I went to go clean the barbecue, and it just instantly burnt down to nothing. I was like, what the fuck are you supposed to do?
Still ripping? Like,
no, the barbecue's off. It's hot, though, because you want to scrape it off.
All you do is you fire the thing up and close the lid, let it burn off for fucking 20 minutes. Then you fucking come up and
dude, that's how I broke my neck. I want to try to stay on top of cleaning these things now.
That's how you do it. That's how you clean it. You let it burn off for a bit.
No, I'm telling you, that's a recipe for break a freaking neck.
All right, I'm only going to listen to what you're saying because the way you're dressed, and it's, I feel like you know what you're talking about.
Yeah. you need to clean it while it's hot. But yeah, I just instantly melted this $7 fucking brush. I was like, what? This planned obsolescence is getting out of control. Like they're now getting our grill brushes. It's insane.
I still got a grill brush. Bought it last year at Costco.
I'm gonna black market, like order one from fucking
Buddy,
Alibaba.
they're gonna, just like they're coming for our guns, they're coming for your metal bristle fucking barbecue brushes.
No
they're
weapons
gonna
at all.
door to fucking door, man.
They came to our for our blinds.
Garden tools are next.
Came for our blinds, and now it's the fucking bristle brushes gone.
Buddy, bristle brushes, lawn darts, fucking everything, man.
Yeah, everything
Don't
cool.
get anything anymore.
It's ridiculous. Soon you won't be able to kill yourself at all unless it's with the help of the government.
All right. Well, know what we got to do because that was not streaming the whole time.
Nice.
To start there. So we're gonna start the case file now, and we'll keep that in for Patreon.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Or maybe I'll cut it into somewhere in the episode. But
it's on Riverside though, right?
yeah, everything's recording. And just the Patreon stream, I had to like just refresh it. It seems to be working.
Nice. It's all right.
Okay. Hit it with case file. We'll get right in.
Right, case file 382. I'm Braden.
I'm Zell.
Again.
I'm dead.
And I'm Andrew again.
Like nothing
If you're
ever
listening
fucking
to
happened.
this a second time, it's
You're
no
welcome.
mistake. That's planned.
It's all
Now you know
pre-recorded.
who's who. Make your planes accordingly.
Yep.
All right. This is an interesting one, boys. We
Got
got
a little fucking mystery.
I would like to take full credit for this, but I was so busy this week. I was like, fuck, it's my week to pick a topic. I'm not going to do. So I actually fucking sent this out to community. I was like, hey, I need, like, what do you guys want to listen to? Who's got some ideas? And listen, absolute just turds. That people are giving just turds and turds. I was looking at it. I was like, this sucks. Holy shit. Why would you even pitch that? Absolutely.
Are you just front loading this so you can be like, oh, like I didn't pick a crappy topic. It was
He's definitely trying to get
it
out
was
of it.
them.
Yeah.
It's always,
Of
you gotta
course.
blame it on somebody else every time.
So then,
If you don't like it, it's blame them.
yeah, it's not my fault. No, so this was by I think it's for some reason every now and then Discord will like hide people's names for some reason. I think it's Taco? Papa Taco? I think it's Papa Taco
Let's go.
submitted this. Death on Aconcagua. Aconcagua. Is that how I say it, Dan?
I can't even get it.
Dude, it's a
can't even get it.
mouthful. It's hard. Aconcagua.
Aconcagua.
Oh, Aconcagua.
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 It's because it apparently comes from a indigenous indigenous
Like an
language,
Incan
like
name or
Quechua.
something.
It's like Quechua or something. Yeah, it's like Quechua.
Easy with the
Fuck,
indigenous
we're
jokes,
getting
Dan.
another exit survey.
That's another exit right there.
Damn it.
Just the
Easy.
word itself. That's do it.
Aconcagua.
Aconcagua.
All right, we got it.
Aconcagua.
Where does this one? Where does this one take place? What's going on with it, Dan?
You're asking me?
Argentina.
No, let me set the stage.
say it.
I want to set the stage here, boys. I got
Sure.
back on the weed. I'm having I got to
let's
get
go.
this out.
Paint a picture
right.
for us.
All right, paint a picture. It's January 1973. 8 Americans head up into the Andes to climb not only the highest mountain in the Western Hemisphere, but also the southern. Then, 2 of them never come home. Their injuries don't match the story. The survivors won't talk. And the investigation is buried until 50 years later. Now we're talking about it. Sounds familiar a little bit.
Absolutely.
Kind of sounds like Dyatlov Pass.
Well, there's
From initial reading. Just a
but
quick
even in the,
summary.
like, there's tons of parallels, like with the fucking one, their guide turning back and leaving at the beginning and shit too. Like it's bizarre.
Yeah, they wouldn't listen to him. He just fucking goes home.
Well, the
Fuck you
weird thing
guys.
about this is like fucking Aconcagua. What are we going with?
Aconcagua.
Aconcagua.
Let me fuck it. Let's put it in.
It's called the fucking mountain, dude.
Yeah, okay, the mountain.
mountain.
Let's call it Death Mountain. All right, Death Mountain. From here on out, it's Death Mountain. It's spelled Aconcagua. It's a mouthful.
Aconcagua.
Aconcagua. Okay, Aconcagua. I got that. Aconcagua. All right.
No,
So
that's
the
not
interesting.
what it
I just said that's what he just said, Dan.
I'm
Say
going
it
with the
again.
phonetic spelling is Aconcagua.
Yeah, that's it.
Aconcagua.
You got it. That's close enough. Man. I get you. I hear you.
Okay.
I'm saying. I feel like I'm saying the same syllables.
God damn it. Whose mic is fucking up? God damn it! I smoked weed one time. The mics are fucking up. Someone's clicking. Drive me nuts.
We're falling off. Smokes weed. Streets fucked. The mics are fucked. Right. I swear we're gonna get into this one. No, the interesting thing about this one is like it's a very difficult mountain to climb, and one of the crazy things I read, is this true? Yes, it is. The Polish side of it is hard, and since this time,
not the hardest side.
It's not one of the hardest mountains, though. That's the thing. It's like it's one of the mountains. Like it's high and it's cold, but it's one of the more climber-friendly mountains because the way it's laid out. Like that's.
The front side is, yes. The back side has only been topped by 40 teams since this happened.
I mean, the Polish side is the harder of the sides, hence the name Polish hard people.
I looked it up. We want to get on that right now? I got a note on it. So there's 3 different routes up this mountain. One is done pretty much like a tourist trap, a high altitude tourist trap. Pretty much anyone who's moderately in shape and acclimatizes can do it. A lot of people go there thinking they can do it. They're not in shape. They got to turn back. So not everyone makes it. It's like a lower success rate, but it's not a hard mountaineering climb. That is the normal route, which is the Northwest Ridge. Then you have the Polish Glacier, which is the east faced, harder, climbs up to 45 degrees, recommended for more seasoned, mountaineers. And then there's the south face, which is like serious mountaineering. Pretty much only good climbers can do it. So there's 3 super different routes to climb this mountain. And this team is climbing up the glacier, like the Polish Glacier.
They're going up the medium one.
Like medium hard.
Medium. Yeah.
It's like we'll call it a diamond, single diamond, black diamond, single black.
Yeah.
So the interesting thing about this is that like when this group of people like met in Argentina and like came together to do this group, it's seemingly that they're like not friends. They don't really know each other. It
not only are they not friends, but they're the cast from the fucking Love Boat. It's like a doctor, an engineer, a scientist, a cop, a farmer. You're like, lawyer. What the fuck is going on here?
Yeah, it's really strange. It's like there's no cohesion. It's not like there's like a lot of times with these team climbs, it's like a group that's climbed together and know each other because it is a team kind of thing they have to do, and it can be treacherous. So you kind of want to know the people, you want to know the people you're going with, the strengths and stuff, and everyone kind of has a role. This is just like a motley crew put together by we don't really know what brings them all together because everyone in this story is now deceased because of when it happened. So it's very strange because it's like even like local observers and stuff kind of made note that they're like it's weird that like everyone was just like there as like an individual, like not.
Yeah, because there was like a local, I think what's the word, like a journalist, somebody worked with the papers. I don't know if he was exactly a journalist, but you have so many of these groups of foreigners that come to, it's a very, it's a tourist trap, like Braden said. This is a popular spot to hike. And one of these local journalists took note of this group and was like, I'm going to fucking document these people because they're such a bizarre fucking group of people that he's like, I feel like something's bad's going to happen with these people. You know what I mean? Like a little, like something's off. This doesn't really make sense. This group doesn't seem like they kind of seem dysfunctional right from the jump.
Is he the one too that noted that one of them came up to him and was like, can you please take photos of all of us individually in case something bad happens?
He's the one, he had that idea.
Like,
no. He's from what I read, he's the one that had the idea to take pictures of them individually because he thought something bad was going to happen to them because of how bizarre.
Just had a feeling.
Yeah.
Okay, well, let's start with that because we name what they do, but the people noted in this case are Janet Johnson, John Cooper. Those 2 are deceased in this story. We're going to get to it. Carmi Defoe, Miguel Alfonso, and 4 other climbers I couldn't actually find the name of, but that's some of them.
Carmi Defoe, Jim Petrosky, Bill Eubank, John Shelton, and Robert Bustos.
And those are like local climbers, doctors, lawyers, stuff that climb there often. They happen to be going up with this crew of people.
Yeah.
Does that sound right, Andrew? Andrew made a face.
Well, I think so. Carmi is their guide.
The guide.
Right? He's the local, he's the guide. Yeah. And then you've got the rest, from what I understood, mostly were Americans. Like Obviously, Janet Cooper. Cooper was the NASA scientist. Cooper was the librarian, the female. Then you had the fucking farmer from, wherever in the States. And then you had the cop. Right? Those guys, those were all American from what I understood.
Yeah, you had Arnold McMillan, who was the dairy farmer, and Bill Ziller, who was the police officer.
Yeah,
and they were American as well. You just had one local guide.
I believe so.
And the rest American.
There might be, because there was a couple people who broke off at the beginning of the, expedition.
Well, maybe that's what I read, because they said they
were...
Yeah, they said there was a couple other climbers from like the local climbing club.
Yeah,
who just
but there was majority American. There was like 8 Americans from what I understood. But again, didn't know each other before this. So it's like I was kind of curious. I was trying to look into like how they all got together to do this climb, and it was like I couldn't find really a lot of information on what brought them all together. From what I remember reading, there's something to do with like a hiking group that were organized it. Yeah. And that's how they met through that. Like they did, you know what I mean? They all wanted to be a part of it. Like they didn't know each other beforehand.
They just got set up.
It was organized, I think, by Carmi.
Yeah. And these are all members, but they've never met each other.
Exactly.
Right. They all want to climb this mountain, so they throw them
But
together.
it was weird because the two guys, again, like not to spoil, but the farmer and the cop, I forget their names, the two survivors from of the last 4, those guys were the least experienced fucking mountaineers of everyone. They were like casuals for the most part.
Weird.
Which is interesting that they joined this fucking club to go do this massive hike as casuals.
Okay, so we got now they set up on the climb. It's January 19th, 73. They make it up to Camp 3, which is about 19,000 feet. But it seems like through all the accounts, it seems like this is where the story says that everyone starts to fracture. They've already left or at the start of the story, their guide turns back. The whole group gets up to Camp 3, and the group's fracturing. Yeah,
is it Bill? Bill who turns back instantly?
Well, their guide, Carmi, I know he turns back because from what I understood, there was a lot of differences. And as far as he understood, he was the guide. He was leading the expedition, which meant he was in charge, whereas they kind of treated him as their employee. Like he was kind of there to facilitate this climb, not lead the climb. And that obviously rubbed him the wrong way.
Well, the first guy to turn back too is it Bill Eubank, and he's like their doctor. He was supposed to be like their expedition doctor, and he's the first one to turn back.
And he got like altitude sickness like instantly, like right away, like hallucinated. They're like, you can't stay. Yeah, he was putting his they were putting, what do they call the shoe, the ice shoes? It's got a weird name, it's almost like tampon or something.
What is that?
Crampons?
Crampons. That's how I remember it. He couldn't figure out how to put them on, and they're like, whoa, fuck.
Maybe you should
what's going on here?
We're not even started.
Yeah.
And so he
that would be me. I'd be faking altitude sickness right at the jump because there's no fucking way I want to do that.
I'm dizzy, man.
Be like, listen, it's fucking cold and it's horrible. Definitely got fucking
he turns back after like 25 miles. Like
I'm turning back after fucking 10.
Yeah. Like he turns back instantly. Like for this, like they haven't even set up base camp yet. And he's like, I'm already sick. Like this is.
What do you mean there's no second breakfast? I'm fucking out of here.
Which is so weird because you have to stay at altitude for a while before you even go on those hikes.
Well, yeah, it's just, it just seems so weird to me that I'm like, right away, this person is just like, I'm not saying it's fair. It's just weird that a seasoned trainer, you're like getting altitude sickness this early and like not even that high up for an experienced climber, where you're just instantly.
Well, but like you said, this is the easier of the 3 routes was kind of marketed as a tourist trap. It was relatively easy, and a lot of people did end up turning away because they weren't in shape, right? Mm-hmm. So maybe he's one of those people that was like, yeah, no, not for me. I thought this was going to be a fucking walk in the park.
Yeah, maybe. So he turns back right away. So now you're down to 7. January 21st, 25th-ish, the group establishes a base camp at 14,000 feet. Where like, again, just the elements and the cold and the altitude, two more turn back. And they're like, fuck this. We're not going on. I'm not going on. Fuck this. And from accounts that you get from the survivors, it sounds like instantly there's like a little bit of like animosity building in the group. They're like, fucking, this chick's weird. We don't like this chick. She's weird.
There's no glue guys on this team.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like from when you
Vibes
get into
are
some
bad.
of these guys' journals, they, not to sound like an asshole, not to get more exit surveys here, but they kind of toss Janet Johnson under the bus a bit because they're like, she's literally only in this to get to the peak at whatever cost. She's not, carrying her end of the way. She's not, she's taking lighter equipment.
Lack of
she's,
effort.
Yeah, she's not putting in any extra effort, and everybody's kind of having to pick up for her. So that right away is leading to some animosity. And you got Carmi, who, thought he was the Leonardo of the group, right? He thought he was the fucking leader of the pack. And they're kind of like, no, buddy, grab a fucking bag. You're our Sherpa, man. You're our pagoda.
So the team's fracturing on the way up.
Yeah.
Started off weird. Vibes are bad. Team's fracturing.
Yeah, you
apart.
lose
People are leaving.
Carmi to like the lower base, like at the fucking lower base camp.
Which is fucking, like, at that point, you got to question the entire thing. Like, you're like, other than Janet Johnson was the most seasoned climber out of all of them. She had done some significant climbs prior to this. Other than her, everybody else was relatively amateur, right? So other than her, you lose your guide, you got to be thinking like, fuck, maybe we should bail. Like, this is weird.
She was one of the first 20 women to summit all of Colorado's 14ers, which is all the like big peaks in Colorado. So like serious climber.
Yeah, she meant business.
Well, Rocky Mountains are super steep too, so probably she knows what
It's
she's doing.
It's also kind of funny because it's like she lived in Colorado like for a while, like before they did this. Like that's where she had been living. The first guy to turn back, like, was it Bill Eubanks? Like he lived in Kansas, and it's like can't get any flatter than Kansas.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's pretty flat, isn't it?
I feel like she would have probably been like, partially acclimatized at some point if she's living in Colorado. Higher elevation would have probably been like kind of normal, but like, yeah, I'd be like, well, we're gonna bring the guy from Kansas on our.
We're gonna bring the Flatlander to the mountains really quick.
Yeah, seems like you kind of out of your element.
The guy's
there.
local ski hill is a garbage dump, probably. Yeah. You gotta to get 3 turns, you gotta take the rope tow back up.
Yeah, so then we lose 2 more at the base camp, and the rest of the group, the rest of the core climbing group, which is that's left, is Jim, Miguel, and then Bill Zellers, Andrew McMillan,
Good name.
John Cooper, and Janet Johnson. They're gonna keep heading up, and they push to the high camp on the Polish Glacier, roughly 20,000 feet. And the disaster just continues because like almost immediately, the next leader, the next person in charge, Jimbo suffers. He instantly gets high altitude cerebral edema. And he's just like all fine motor skills gone. He's in delirium. He's hallucinating. He at one point is like, "There's a work truck up here doing work." And they're like, "No, they're paving up here. They're paving the road." And they're like, "Fuck, we're in trouble."
It's a good idea to just take a team, an inexperienced team, leave your guide, half of it turns back, and you go, you know what we should do? To the peak.
Yeah,
we should keep going.
So then
we lost our doctor, like our we just keep going.
So Jim's in serious trouble here. Andrew, what is the high altitude cerebral edema? Do you know what
cerebral edema is swelling in the brain, so like type of form of encephalitis. But like think about as you like, obviously we all know that as you go higher, you get less oxygen, right?
Yeah.
So basically, what the majority of this all stems from is like hypoxia, right? Like lack of oxygen to the brain, right? So a lot of these guys are having hypoxic brain injuries. And that's what's leading to all these fucking, delirium and the disillusions and the, as far as the edema and stuff like goes, that's interesting. I'd like to I'm going to maybe dabble into what's causing the edema, but I mean, at the end of the day, this is being caused by lack of
what is
oxygen,
edema on its own?
Swelling.
So just like the
retention,
like the low
water.
pressure, like the the blood pressure, like something's got to be
It's
up with
causing
that.
it's causing a fluid shift at some point, and I don't know exactly what is
like
causing
your
the fluid
body's
shift.
just not used to the altitude, because usually even when I was going to go hike Machu Picchu, which is not high at all compared to this, they made you stay 3 days in Cusco, which is like 12,000 feet or something. So I would imagine you should be acclimatized to somewhat. But if you're coming from fucking Kansas, I guess this is the 70s though, so I'm guarantee they probably just landed and got on the bus and
Let's
went.
go. It's now, so like at this point, you have now the co-leader, next in charge, Jim, who's basically hallucinating, and then you have Miguel, who's one of the local Argentine mountain guides. Miguel's basically like, we need to turn back. Jim has to go back down or he's gonna die, and everyone, all the rest of the group is like, nah, we're here for the fucking summit. Fuck Jim. We're not going back. So Miguel takes Jim himself. It's like, hey, see ya later. We can't keep going on.
Which, I mean, goes like, this is not a cohesive group of people that know each other, and you know what I mean?
Well,
it's
yeah,
like,
why
who
do
the
you
fuck is
care?
Jim? I came all the way to Argentina.
Yeah, like, fuck
I'm
Jim.
going to
He's
the
ruining
peak.
my
I
trip.
can suck my
I'm
ass,
fine.
right?
Right? I don't want to.
Yeah, don't forget about the exit survey. Fuck off.
So then they head back. They descend. Basically, he drags Jim back down the mountain, leaving just left up there Janet Johnson, John Cooper, Arnold McMillan, and Bill Zeller, who have decided
final
that
four.
They're like fuck it, we're doing it, we're going to the peak,
Pushing on,
and we're gonna get there. So they spend a day at the high altitude camp, or the glacier camp at 20,000 feet. And January 28th, they're like, fuck, we're doing it. They dump their gear at where they are, and they're like, okay, we're going to dump our gear here to lighten the load so we can speed up to
Does that
get
not
to
sound
the summit.
insane though? Doesn't that sound
Let's leave
fucking
our
crazy?
survival here.
Depends
Like,
how
that to
far
me
it
is
is.
that's fucking nuts.
Yeah, how far is it? That's true. Good
But
question.
here's the thing: you have all the experienced people are gone, right? All the, like, I'm not saying like Janet.
It's like,
Janet's
listen, hey, we're getting real close to running out of gas. So the faster we get to the gas station, the smarter. So let's fucking pedal to the metal and get to this gas station as fast as we can.
yes,
We'll get
that's
there.
good theory. That's
We'll
good.
get there faster, right? Like that's
But like everyone that's experienced on like for this specific climb is now gone, right? So it's like going. So it's like if they're looking and they can see the peak and they're like, all right, it might make sense. So like, we're going to leave our packs there. We're going to go up and down, and we're going straight to the peak and straight back down to our gear. That's the plan. But they go for it. They leave all their sleeping gear. They leave everything at 20,000 feet, and they're like, fuck it, we're going for it. And they miscalculate the distance. And at some point, something happens, and they get trapped overnight, exposed on the open ice at 21,000 feet. So, like, part of me heard like that first night they like dug a little bit of a snow cave and like kind of got buried a little bit, and like what's his name? John Cooper was like, his legs buried at one point. Like, it was just a fucking pandemonium. So in the morning on the 29th, when they wake up and it's nicer out, they're like absolutely exhausted and hypoxic. I don't know what's hypoxic, Andrew? When there's
lack of oxygen.
so you're just fucking dead. You're just so fatigued, I bet.
Well, like that, but you're also like, you're not perfusing properly. Like, you're not getting oxygen-rich blood to your brain.
Your cognitive abilities are.
So I imagine like.
For sure.
I imagine they're like, this is like them on the side of the mountain. It's like Gandalf when he's on the side, like, we must head for the Mines of Moria. Like, we cannot continue. And then, because John Cooper's like, fuck this. I'm out. I'm heading back down. We can't do this. We should go back. And the other three are like, fuck you. Goodbye. See you later, John. We're fucking doing it.
Beat it.
So John, in the morning of the 29th, he fucking descends the glacier alone. By midday on the 29th, Johnson, Zeller, and McMillan, they're like, we're fucking doing it, and they've pressed on, and they cannot get to the summit. They fucking fail. They're like, we can't do it. We're too fatigued. It's too far.
Well, Johnson goes missing too.
Yes. The whole group becomes disoriented on the way up, and so they kind of lose where they're headed.
What do you expect when you're hiking fucking drunk?
Yeah.
Right? Like they're literally impaired.
And
I've got lost about 50 feet away from a cabin before. I swear.
Oh, dude.
And you weren't hypoxic.
Didn't know where I was.
You were probably actually drunk. But
the thing that I've heard about this fucking glacier that's really cool is it has these like almost like a forest of like ice stalagmites rising from the ground.
Yeah, they're cool.
Right?
The way
like
they explain
creepy.
them. Yeah.
Right? I can't remember. They had a specific name for them, but they were described as which one comes from the ground? Stalagmite or stalactite? Stalactites, like ice stalactites coming from the ground that are like high that you have to like navigate. And like they got disoriented, and then Johnson, who is like, he is now fucking deteriorating his, like he's hallucinating, he's going crazy. He just kind of fucking wanders off. Then they turn around and Johnson's gone. They have no idea where he is. So by just after midday, they're like, Zeller and McMillan are like, okay, we need to turn back. And they just fucking abandon Janet Johnson on the slopes. They're like, we can't look for her. She's gone. We're in serious fucking trouble here. We have to go back down. So they start their Zeller and McMillan like fucking dude getting buried at night, like
a cop and a farmer.
Yeah, dude.
Like two very inexperienced mountaineers, like
stuck at 21,000 feet.
Brutal, just trying to disorientated, drunk in the freezing cold. You can't find your gear. You have none of your actual survival gear with you because you abandoned it to make the summit. And you're just staggering back down the hill trying to make it. It takes them 2 days. They make it back to base camp.
They end up getting back some of their stuff though. Like they get to the part where they did ditch their gear. They were able to get like a flare gun and a few other supplies.
Yeah, they got the flare gun and he just shoots it off. He just instantly shoots it off.
That's
like,
pop. Right
they're
away.
like, oh, no shit, no one's coming. Like, and then when you hear further, like later down on the road, you're like, dude, even if people saw that flare, no one's coming.
No one's coming, dude.
No one's coming to get you. That flare is useless. So they make it back down. They're fucking traumatized. They're absolutely fucked up. And when they get back to base camp, Cooper and Johnson are missing. So Cooper, who was the first of the four, who was like on January 29th, was like, fuck this, we got to turn back. And the three of them said no. And he headed back down himself. He's missing. And then Janet Johnson, who they abandoned because they didn't know where she went, is missing.
She wasn't down there? Shocker.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised, like, if I was those two to get there, I'd be like, yeah, John. But I mean, maybe you hold out hope that you're like, maybe she staggered back down, right? Like you got lost. Maybe we're headed back down. And then when you're like, fuck, she's not here. And then you're like, Cooper's not here either. He fucking left had a whole day head start coming back down. Where the fuck is he? So the surviving Americans, Zeller and McMillan, abruptly leave Argentina, as you fucking would.
Get me the fuck out of here, dude.
And then back in Oregon, Carmi, who abandoned the mission ASAP, he's like, has a closed door meeting with them, basically, and they get their story straight, which is so fucking weird. Right?
I mean, might as well all be on the same page.
Right. And
because it gets to the point, right, where it's like initially, before they even talk about getting their story straight, this initially goes to like two missing people on a fucking hike, which we've had, how many hikers have we had die in Aconcagua or whatever we're going to call it, Akuma Matata, fucking whatever. Right. You've had lots of people die there. So it's not right away. It's not like, holy shit, but it quickly turns into something pretty serious, and that's why they need to get their fucking story straight, right? It's like,
well, so they have this closed door meeting with Carmi, and then they, like, the Carmi and the group releases like a report blaming the deaths the obvious deaths and the myth and what's going to happen on exposure and pulmonary edemas.
Yeah, but there's no way they're like, they could just say exposure, not going to be like, well, like a pulmonary edema without having an autopsy. I just know by looking at them. I could tell that they had swelling of the lung. Like, that's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
They definitely didn't say that.
So in late 1973, because you can't just fucking go up and get people on this mountain. Like they kind of know where to go. A search team finds John Cooper's frozen body. The first thing they note right away is that it's odd that he's stretched out like planking style, like totally stiff, holding his abdomen, laying totally flat, straight, stiff as a board, with a terrified look on his face. And his hands are frozen, like covering, like sitting over his stomach.
And they notice his hands grasped tight.
A hook.
No, I was going to say white fur.
Yeah, I wish.
White fur grasped tightly between his fingers. That's what I heard.
Argentinian Yeti.
But he had they bring him down. His face is a little fucked up too. And they bring him down and they begin to autopsy him, and they notice some like blunt force trauma to his face. And then as he unthaws and they move his hands out of the way, he has a cylindrical puncture wound in his abdomen, like a stab that goes right to his spine. And the autopsy
wound
a hook.
was a tooth. No, it was a tooth. It was a long canine-looking tooth. That's what I heard.
It's so they're like, what the fuck? And then the autopsy's like, they're like, okay, well, maybe he died from whatever stabbed him here. And then the autopsy determines that he died from severe blunt force trauma to the head. Right?
Yeah.
And you're like,
I mean, secondary to being fucking impaled.
And what is strong enough? What is strong enough to kill you with a single blow?
Well, he was hit a couple times, like what we know of.
Wow. So could have just been one really strong blow.
So they're like, they're kind of baffled at this. They're like, well, everyone that kind of with the search team is like, something's up, something's amiss. This doesn't make sense. This isn't like the severe head trauma. Like this looks very strange. And like instantly, this is kind of like people are starting to be like, is there fucking like murder? Is this a murder?
Well, the injuries, like even with the blunt force trauma, like the way they appeared, nothing looked indicative of like a fall. You know, like it looked like violence.
And he wasn't in an area where a fall would occur to do that kind of impact that would kill him. And they said that whatever hit him killed him. So it's not like whatever, the head trauma was so severe, it's not like he fell and then hiked down the rest of the way and then died where he laid.
We're up on an ice slope here, right?
Yeah. So
did he, was just possible he could have fallen way up, hit something, and then slid down the just fucking slid for a while, dude.
Slid down.
Maybe on the way down, he hit a couple rocks on his face.
Well, and that's the other thing of note. They said it's an interesting thing that he's not curled up, right? Because people, a lot of the time die in exposure, end up in the fetal position.
Fetal position, yeah, right? Trying to stay warm.
And he is perfectly flat, holding his abdomen.
That's a good point.
Almost like he was holding his abdomen, and then he was struck in the head and killed in that way, holding where he was, like he was killed instantly by a strike.
And interesting too is like, if I remember correctly, the blunt force trauma that was visible to his head was from behind. So you've got the puncture wound in the front, and then you've got the head injury from the back. And he's
laying on his back.
Yeah.
Right. And so you're just kind of like, all right, that's strange. And whatever nearly impaled him. It went through his abdomen to his spine.
Yeah.
And
crazy.
He died from blunt force trauma to the head. So they're like, that's fucking weird. So now the search is on for Janet, right? Because they're like, we don't know where Janet is. And again, this is not easy terrain to go find people, but it is a really good terrain for preserving people. And in February 9th, 1975, 2 years later, Janet Johnson's body is discovered. And the interesting thing about her, and the one thing about John Cooper's body too, his fucking tampons are missing. The crampons.
Yeah, his tampons are gone.
His crampons are missing, and his ice axe is missing. So when they find Janet Johnson's body 2 years later, it's even fucking more bizarre for search and rescue teams. They find her missing gear. She's missing crampons as well. her one boot is sliced open. Yeah. Like it looks like someone like was taking a knife or a blade and trying to slice open the boot. She is laying on her back, same as Cooper. She has 3 severe blunt force trauma wounds to her face, severe broken bone, like noticeable. You're like, she has bones protruding from her face. And when they get there, she has a heavy rock placed over top of her head. So when she's laying there in prone, she's just laying there with a rock. Someone has placed,
and like that is the only rock in the area.
Yeah, they like look around. And they're like, "That's
it's just resting on her face."
Yes.
Yeah, and there's no other rocks in this area. Like it's out of place. It's weird.
Yeah.
I know what happened.
If you say Bob sledded down and then took a 1 in a million shot bounce,
she did it to herself.
Let it go, and then
she just let it go. That's the only explanation, right?
But it didn't bounce, like it didn't roll off. Like that's the thing. It's like it was.
She's got really long arms. It really picked up speed before it fucking got.
But so they literally have to like carve her out of the ice to recover her body. And again, the coroner's report's like, yeah, this isn't. She didn't die of exposure. She died from like severe blunt force trauma, and she was actively bleeding when she died. Like this isn't exposure. Like someone or something killed her on the mountain. So right away, like authorities in Argentina basically are like, we're launching a homicide investigation. We have enough information to try to figure out what the hell happened here. And they're going to launch a criminal investigation and bring back the survivors to try to question them and try to get to the bottom of what exactly happened. But unfortunately for them, a military coup overthrows the government in Argentina and causes political chaos so that everything just goes away. And that's the last of this case ever happens. It's only mentioned, like the case dies there in 1975 with a military coup.
There was a little influx of like new information in 2020 when they ended up finding Janet Johnson's camera, which is crazy.
Out of the ice.
Yes, and it preserved the photos perfectly. And people are like,
in those
maybe
photos.
Yeah, look.
I didn't say it.
But no, they thought it would give some insight, but like it doesn't. It just looks like she was taking pictures of things she liked during the hike. Like there was
one mysterious one I did see, and it did have an odd shape, humanoid shape, just off the side of the frame.
The blur, smudge.
Little blur.
So like that's where we're left with this case of this mystery.
Well, I mean, that the camera thing is cool because if she did have this like high altitude, what do we call it? High
altitude sickness.
Yeah, altitude sickness, really. If she had that, but she's like framing these nice pictures like she had.
Well, because the pictures show them close to the peak.
That's what I mean. So like if she died sometime in the day or two, whatever, after these photos were taken, she was in a headspace where she could operate the camera at least.
Yeah. So
it feels like a little fire to the speculation of potential foul play.
Speaking of speculation, let's go wild speculation.
Okay, well, hold that speculation thought. We got to take a quick beer break.
Okay.
We're going to be right back.
We're back. So one of the wild theories that I fucking love in this one, because listen, I love outlandish theories. We've talked in the last couple months about all the missing scientists.
Oh,
I propose that John Cooper, who was the first missing scientist.
I like it, dude. I fucking love this.
The CIA fucking had a hit squad go up there and fucking take him out. On the side of the mountain. On top of the mountain.
You know why though, right?
Well, he had engineering expertise and he worked on the Apollo 17 mission. Yeah, he was in the control room.
He was about to leak the fucking fake moon landing. And they had to right at the time. That's what they had to do. It was 73. Fucking 4 years after this?
He worked mission control.
Yeah.
For the final Apollo 17 mission.
Yeah. I mean, several missions he
Dude,
worked on.
but he worked
That's the biggest one.
The final Apollo 17 mission in December 1972,
But
February
he's
1973, he's dead.
He's sitting in his fucking little tent overnight with their little space blankets, and it's just him and fucking Janet Johnson. They have their space blankets, it's fucking cold. And she's like, and then Cooper's looking at Janet Johnson. He's like, and then they're going to say that there's this massive VHS shortage in the 70s, and they're going to fucking tape over all the fucking evidence. And it's all lies because we never really went.
Listen to
we
me.
never fucking went, man. And that's when it all fucking went down. That's when he got impaled. Stabbed him.
So part of the thing was that people thought he was stabbed with maybe an ice screw and not like an axe or anything. Some people said the handle of the ice axe, but it's like the wound is inconsistent with like a sharp object.
It's too clean. It's too clean, right?
Too
Like
clean.
it's cylindrical.
Yeah, symmetrical.
Like a claw.
No, cylindrical.
perhaps.
It's like a
Claw?
cylinder. Yeah.
So, I mean, if it was the CIA wanting to silence him, like what better way? I mean, have a couple of assassins hike up a hill.
Buddy, we know what the CIA, we've seen their playbook before. Oh, one of these guys is a fucking cop that they sent up there
Oh,
and a farmer. Like, let's go. We've seen this before. All right.
I never thought. I never
Cooper
thought
got Epstein,
about.
man.
I never thought about what's his name. What was the?
Oh, dude, obviously the farmer and the cop are the guys, the CIA agents.
Well,
they're the ones that did
the
it.
veteran Oregon police officer Bill Zeller,
Yeah, Zeller.
right?
You don't
Last
trust
name
those
starts with a Z.
Don't trust those fucking names.
Can't
man.
trust them.
I mean, the interesting thing is, I'm like looking at these. You're like, the alternative is the two survivors, Arnold McMillan and Bill Zeller, killed these two, right? Because like,
Murder on the mountain.
like murder on the mountain for no apparent reason. You know what I mean? There's
Well,
other
they're going
than
to try
like
and attribute
everyone.
it to like delirium, right, dude? Because you get to a point where altitude sickness can induce a psychosis, right? There are cases of that.
And
That's I gotta get it out. That could be why the cases of the Yeti. You see this, you go fucking hallucinate. You see a fucking monster up there. You start freaking out, swinging the axe around, killing your friends.
Everyone's dressed. They got the furry fucking.
Yeah, man. You're
furry hands.
You can't make out the difference.
The Yeti's a mirage.
You're killing Yetis, but you're just stabbing your friend in the stomach.
It's horrible.
Covered in snow. Yeah, that makes sense, man.
Like the delirium kind of tracks. Just I've seen things like, there was animosity, or one of them had a giant money bag, collected everybody's money, so they murdered them.
Satchel.
And I'm like, that's fucking crazy.
Yeah, I saw that one too. I kind of did some more digging into that, and I guess, I mean, it tracks a little bit, but it wouldn't be a ton of money. Like they'd be fighting over like a couple, maybe $1,000.
Yeah, and the $73,000,
right?
Fuck,
Maybe
that's down.
$1,000.
Yeah.
But a lot of times they'd bring cash to these things to tip, to barter with other things. So they would have like a pretty good chunk of sizable, satchel of cash.
The old fucking lover's triangle, and then you get a good view of Janet Johnson. You're like, maybe not.
Well, Janet Johnson was also
maybe not so much. She's a lesbian.
Yeah,
and
she was also
looked
a
like one.
lesbian. But it's like, and then literally, I like the
Maybe they
lover's
didn't
triangle.
know that back then.
I think it's pretty apparent. Not saying
That's
anything.
rude. That's rude.
Yeah, I wouldn't have been surprised.
Yeah.
But the lover's triangle theory kind of falls flat because it's like,
For sure it
dude,
does.
literally everyone like the diaries and stuff that investigators collected
They
and like they
hated her.
had from the survivor, everyone was
They
like, Janet
hated
sucks.
her. If anything, they would have killed her because
She's
they
weird.
hated her.
Yeah, but dude, to murder someone up on a mountain is fucking like, okay, because I'm like, you have shared delirium, and like Bill and the other weird thing is that we got to tie in somehow is when they come back down, Carmi, who was supposed to be the expedition leader, who backed out first, wrangles them up, has a closed meeting with them, and gets all their stories straight, which is fucking weird because I'm like, Carmi wasn't even on the fucking mountain.
And well, I agree with that. And what else I fucking find really, really weird? Because you think about this. Like, we've heard stories like this. You got Dyatlov Pass, all that type of shit. Dyatlov Pass was way before this, though, right?
Yeah.
And a little bit crazier. But like, also with only 2 people died out of the 8. Not a single book, not a fucking movie deal.
Kept
no
it
fucking
quiet.
no press tour. No, like, I was on the fucking Kuna Matata
Aquadilla.
mission. I survived. You know, like,
Yeah.
it's just, that's kind of weird, don't you think?
Yeah,
It was like
strange.
hush hush right away.
Well, and Carmi, we didn't.
Cover up.
I think we talked about
That's what I'm saying.
he was a prominent Portland lawyer. So it's like when you kind of get that vibe of him being like, we need to get the story straight, because like maybe he thought if he's a criminal defense lawyer, I don't know what kind of lawyer he was. Maybe he's like, I'm gonna have to represent you guys. You need to get your story straight right fucking now.
Yeah, but he doesn't even fucking know them. So why would he represent
Exactly.
them?
But
Like, that
why is
doesn't
he
make any
pulling?
sense.
Why is he getting involved in
Totally.
pulling them into a meeting?
I agree.
They seen
There's-
something
They're
up there.
CIA agents.
Right?
Seen something.
Unless there's
They synced
like
it.
to me, I'm like, unless there's something more to it. And I don't think Janet had anything, like, honestly, part of me wonders.
Buddy.
Here's
Cooper's
my more working theory.
Let's hear it.
I think
Let's
you
go.
were
Bring
right,
it.
Andrew. I think Bill or someone up there was sent up. Maybe Bill and Arnold were up there as like, we're gonna fucking push old Cooper off the
They can
mountain.
make it look like an accident.
And it just so happened is everyone was backing out, and they're like, perfect. We're going to have everyone
better.
slowly backing out. It's
not
perfect.
old Jano,
and
baby,
Janet
not
would
Janet.
not shut the fuck up. They're like, God damn it, Janet.
Damn it, Janet.
We need you to get the fuck off the mountain. Like, we cannot stay and be camping, not making this peak for any longer, because we need to.
What's a little extra red to the ledger? Like, who gives a shit?
Right?
Just add
Yeah,
another body.
she fell and slipped. What you gonna do?
Because, I mean,
But it's also like, you look thinking like, this is fucking Cooper. He's a scientist. He's working for NASA. This is fucking Cold War. Like, fucking, this is heart of Cold War, isn't it? 73.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Cold War's
Yeah, dude.
cooking up. Like, are they worried about spies?
This is pretty. Like, you look at the geographical location they're in too. That's pretty significant fucking area. Like, maybe they're thinking maybe he's planting something while he's up there.
In the Andes?
Yeah,
Significant for what?
I don't know.
spying.
Fucking Argentina.
Spying from the mountains.
Buddy, hey, listen, we got fucking
He just
Nazis
got
up there, do we not?
Did the fairs come?
There's
yeah, it's
Nazis out there.
Argentina.
Oh, wait,
right?
wait. Good
Maybe
day,
that's where
good-
Hitler is.
Good point. Is we need some real background checks on all these people.
Yeah, maybe they're fucking Nazis.
Something's going on.
Better
Well, I
yet.
mean, Argentina, if we even want to go down the rabbit hole of like that, a lot of German
That's the other side, isn't it,
Nazis
Argentina?
came and settled in Argentina. Like, is there something to Argentina that you're sending them? But again, a lot of this stuff doesn't, like, when you look at it as a whole, you're like, there's a lot of weird, like, parts of it. The Carmi shit is fucking bad, like, mind-boggling. Them all coming
Nice
together, like,
throwback.
right? It gets this. Everyone said, like, this is a fucking weird group. It's a weird group of ragtag people who aren't friends doing this thing that Carmi put together.
Yeah, it's
right?
weird. What
Like,
about
Carmi-
Stranger Theory. They're up there, right? There's only 4 of them left. And out of nowhere, out of the fuck, he's just, all you see is like a snowy haze, right? You can't really see anything. Look, you can see a shadow. And you see this fucking Australian man come out of the fucking snowy mist, and he's carrying a boombox. And he puts it down and presses play. And he's like, you have to the very end of this song to get as far away from me as you can. And just fucking chases him down the mountain.
Well, part of me,
I would have done that in an Australian accent. Can't do it.
do it.
I can't say. I can say no.
Rise of Blights.
That's it. It's the hardest fucking way to talk.
That makes no sense. Yeah.
I don't get it. It doesn't make any sense. It's the weirdest fucking accent in the world.
The only other thing I could see is because they're missing things, they are missing items. Part of me wonders, I'm like, is there could there be like a fucking ne'er-do-well, like hiker gang? You know what I mean?
Just
like
up there killing people.
Yeah, they're killing people and robbing them. They're like, we're just going to rob them up there. Like,
Rob them of what? Take their
listen,
crampons.
Yeah, the crampon market's huge, I guess.
What are you? It's a fucking Polish gang. That's why they got the name. It's up there
Tsar
fucking
Mountain.
bullying it.
But because I'm like, I'm looking at the facts and looking what we know, like, it doesn't take me a leap to be like, okay, these 2 were murdered. like these two
I'd
were
say
not.
so.
This is not natural causes. There is not falls. There's nothing indicative. A fucking rock doesn't just balance on your perfectly flat head. You know what I mean? Like that's not a thing. That was
Hey,
placed.
we know that bullets and rocks can do strange things when they strike bodies.
And the well, and even like the judge and the courts agreed that there was enough there to they're going to open it for a murder investigation. So I'm like,
because of the photos?
well, because this is back in '73, because when they found the bodies in the autopsy reports, they were going to.
Oh,
open it
I
up.
thought you said they're opening back up
Now, no, here's the other thing I was wondering. I was like, I'm going to go a little paranormal with that next theory here. When you get that high up and you're in these fucking low oxygen zones, I wonder if there's fucking ghosts, evil spirits up there. When you're in that
Like the
state of
cold?
delirium, are you more susceptible to like possession?
So the veil is thinner.
The veil's thinned up there.
The
right?
oxygen's thin. The oxygen's not the only thing that's
no.
fucking thin.
I
The
like
veil's thin.
I like the theory of when you alter your brain and either on purpose or by low oxygen that you start to see stuff and that
Yeah.
stuff is real.
Hypoxic
I like
people
it.
are seeing demons all the time.
Right?
I love that theory, man.
So then it's like these things. So then they're like they have these like tortured hallucinations, and then like basically like attack each other. Like we saw like kind of like that with the Unsolved Path. That was one of the theories that they all just kind of went mad and it started attacking each other. I was like, if it gets to this thing, it's like, okay, they have these shared hallucinations because they're in this area and you're seeing stuff that's there just because your brain, like whatever you've done to your brain chemistry now, and you're in this perfect area where these things from another realm are kind of fucking with you and then make you do these terrible things. And when you come back down, you're kind of like, you have this like event amnesia as you come back down, you have oxygen, you're like, fuck, it's like in a haze where you're coming like from a high and you're like, did I fucking stab it?
What a theory that the closer you are to death, the more demons are real. And those people, and that's what kills you in the end. It has nothing to do with your physical body. Just no matter what it is, cancer, anything, at the end, it's just a demon who reaches in. It's just like, fuck, dude.
Well, it can't have anything to do with your physical body because you're like to the point of complete and utter exhaustion. The last thing you're going to want to do
It's fight.
is pick up like honestly, in my head I thought about it. They're talking about murder and I'm like, you know, I'll never forget we're playing lacrosse and we're not professional athletes, but we're in decent shape and you're fucking bagged and you got a guy cross-checking and be like, you want to fucking go? And you're like, what? Like, I'm fucking exhausted. Like, how do you have energy to fight? You want to fight? I can't fight. I can barely breathe.
Well, and then it's like, you got to remember these people could barely stand.
That's what I mean. Like, you're at the point of exhaustion. The last thing, I just want to survive.
They're stabbing, beating each other with, like, you know what I mean? It's like, it doesn't make sense.
Yeah, it's weird. It's like it goes against every fiber of survival to like be instinctually aggressive when you're at the point of like where your body wants to preserve calories and strength and everything, and you're going to want to just like basically dump all that shit by, you know,
is there a possibility? Because again, the only accounts we have left of this are from the two survivors from this time, and they said John Cooper left first.
That's a lie. They killed
Is
them
that a
both
lie, or was was he the first person to die? Part
They
of me
concocted
wonders
that with Carmi.
Right? Part of me wonders if Cooper died first and then they hunted Janet.
Hunted.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
She tried to get away, just like
she was
fucking
trying
Apex.
to get away, and they were like,
They were
you know
playing
what?
the boombox.
Dude, how good of a movie is this?
Right? That's why I was like, how did this not get picked up by like A24 or something for like
Janet, the whole like
Ghosts on the Glacier?
For
Buddy,
most of the movies,
this is Apex.
Janet. It's what?
That's Apex. That's the movie I was talking about. Have you seen it?
No.
Oh, it's great. It's
When
phenomenal.
I was talking about that reference about the boombox, and the guy
dude,
saying
this is you could have a great plot.
I usually just laugh when you make fucking references and just pretend like I know what you're talking about.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
You could have a CIA subplot in this, a fucking murder, and then like getting lost in the woods. But it's like
And then a
Murder
final
on the
twist.
mountain.
Final twist. It's fucking Bigfoot the whole time, buddy.
Yeah.
the only thing I'm not clear of, and
Bigfoot with a hook.
With Bigfoot with a hook. I like it, Dan.
The interesting thing is, again, the main points of events that we know come from the two survivors, but they come from the two survivors after their closed door meeting with Carmi.
Well, there was inconsistencies at the beginning, right? That's why they had that meeting. Like there was different stories where he's like, you know, one guy's like, no, I took off by myself. And the other guy's like, no, you were with Janet. You're like, I saw them together. Like, that doesn't make sense. right? Like there's
But
definitely inconsistencies at the
but
beginning.
Wouldn't, because this, the weird thing to me is I'm like, that's a perfect inconsistencies in this kind of scenario makes sense to me. You're all fucking loony. You're drunk. You've got high altitude sickness. You don't know what's up from down. You're like, I don't remember. I thought I went down.
I feel like altitude sickness is sufficient because like you keep saying high, but we know the high is implied.
Yeah.
Is it not?
Cause high and altitude.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Yeah.
Can you have low?
Not to shit on you or
sickness?
anything. It's just, it's getting me.
Well,
You could be right.
Keep saying high altitude sickness. I'm not creating that term.
Just the mountaineering world is from
Yeah.
all the high altitude sickness that people get when they go climbing.
I know it is. It is a thing.
is a thing, but
it's a bit much for me.
Because it's like, so that when you get to like high altitude climbing, like the death zone is like 28,000 feet, right?
That's peak high altitude.
But that's like, there's only a handful of
that's
It
peak
should
high
be
altitude.
peak
sickness.
altitude sickness.
peak altitude.
Peak
Peak altitude.
high
That is
peak
better.
high peak altitude.
Peak altitude is the name of the movie. There's got to be a sequel.
That's the name of the movie. Let's
Peak
go.
altitude.
Peak
Yeah.
altitude.
I like it, dude. CIA subplot, a female lead.
Copyright.
We're getting nominated
We're
for an
gonna get
Oscar.
sued by
Bowl.
Apex because it's like the fucking same thing.
Yeah.
We're gonna
What
have
if
to
we get
change the
hired
characters a little
Taron
bit though.
No,
Egerton?
because Janet dies.
Janet
Girl
dies.
doesn't
Well,
think-
I mean, we could change the movie a little bit.
So Janet gets turned into jerky then.
Someone,
But it's-
everyone
I
dies
mean,
in the end. That's better.
It's
better.
it's
End's better.
And then you leave it up like subjective, like was it Bigfoot? Were they?
The
was
camera
it
drops.
peak
There's one
altitude
last camera
sickness?
shot in the movie. The end scene is Janet. One last snap of a camera, and you see a shape, a silhouette. The movie's over.
Yeah.
You're
Make
taking
it.
real liberties with the story. I fly the lightens in the sky. But like honestly, I just like the only thing I know is the only thing I know in my heart of hearts is those two did not die of natural causes. They did not die from exposure. Something or someone was on that mountain and attacked both of them.
The
and
rock on the
never going to
face.
see justice, and we're never going to know what really happened.
The rock on the face is the weird one.
It doesn't make any fucking sense, dude. Think about how hard it
All
would
the
be. like,
injuries are weird.
and your just
That's
nose and
like-
stuff to like balance a rock. You know what I mean? Like it takes some time. Someone's gonna make an shook with your head and a rock. Like it's like, you know what I mean? Like they would have to fucking move it around for a little to get the right fucking balance.
Well, not if it was launched into the sky and just perfectly landed and crushed.
It wasn't.
the head.
Her head wasn't crushed. She had
Her nose was crushed.
You see, like
yes.
the one Yeti, the other one be like, "Fucking watch this," and just shot
this
puts the
up, like-
fucking thing hit right in the head.
I mean, listen, okay, if we want to go Yeti, I mean the rock chucking is not out of the fucking realm, right? Of Bigfoot.
They do that.
chucking
do
rocks,
chuck
chucking
rocks.
logs.
The Chuck Rocks.
Right? They don't impale people, I don't think.
If they had a hook hand, they would.
They could, dude.
Like this
there's
one.
What's to say that Bigfoot can't use a weapon? Apes can use weapons.
Oh, dude, they had stalagmites, the stalactites. It's the
Oh,
perfect crime. The
holy
icicle.
shank. In the
Break it
belly.
off and use it as a spear.
Oh, shit.
Just fucking snap it off and spear it.
Not even yet. A spear for sure, but you could also just beat someone like a bat.
Yeah.
Just smash
Turn it
the
around to the base and bunk.
back of the head. The guy had
Yeah.
to rock the damage on the back of the head, right? Just got
That's
clubbed.
true.
You guys that long. That's the perfect crime. You stab him with the ice like that, it melts. No weapon.
Well, the
No
perfect
fingerprints?
crime is stabbing someone with an icicle in the summer so
When it
it melts. Stabbing someone with an icicle on the hills of fucking Aconcagua, it's just going to be there. They're going to be like, this man was stabbed with an icicle. Here it is.
Yeah.
It's still in the wound.
Well, not necessarily, because you could throw the icicle down the hill.
Yeah, just chuck it down the mountain.
Oh,
The sun could hit it, because even if it's minus 20, the sun will melt the ice a little
Yeah.
bit just from the heat, and then that will get
Oh,
blown
yeah.
over
If
and
you
destroy.
chuck an icicle in the snow, you're like, well, fuck,
Yeah, nobody's,
it's
and they're gonna be
gone.
like, "Well, I just like he was killed by icicle," but be like, "What? It's 100,000 here." Like, it's a
you
bunch
got
of
That's
icicles here.
interesting. That's an interesting. I never thought the icicle, because the one thing we know is those were in abundance. Those fucking stalactite icicles coming out
Yep,
of the ground.
just break one off.
It was like a forest. So I mean, possibly. That's interesting, because I'm like,
Did you trip and fall on one of those? Could you like, I don't know. Were they like really?
Maybe.
I didn't see any photos. Like, I was like,
And then his body heat fucking melted it.
or like he tripped and he fell on it and he managed to get
but it
off and then
impaled.
like.
But then he got
roll
hit in the
over.
back of the head, and then he laid down his back, and he's holding his abdomen. So
That's
like,
what I'm saying. Like you fell on top of the thing and then you're like sprawled out because you're like I don't know about the head thing. The head trauma sounds.
Yeah, it's like you can't. It's just hard to hit all the points to make it line up because I'm like the head trauma in the back of the head, him laying on his back is indicative.
Oh,
of like,
buddy, he's standing there. The rock hits him in the back of the head. He falls forward and gets impaled on the stalactite.
Yeah, but then he rolls onto his back.
Yeah.
He's found on his
rolls
back.
off of the thing. Yeah, he rolls off of the.
Snaps
So
icicle.
this happens to people. You get shot, impaled, whatever. You fall forward. Your body pressure seals the wound on the ground, and you don't bleed out.
But he wasn't belly down. He was belly up.
Yes, but he's sitting there. He's belly down.
Yeah.
The wound is sealed. He has enough fucking strength and power to push himself up and roll over. Then bleeds out and dies.
But then what hits him in the head?
The thing that's what caused him to fall initially. He gets hit in the head. He falls forward, gets impaled. He sits there.
Yeah.
The stalagmite fucking dissolves it from his body heat. He sealed his wound on the ground. He gets to the point to do one last rollover because he wants to see the fucking sunrise. Rolls over.
And then he's like, it's
out.
cloudy, and that's why he goes, into the terrified face.
Yes.
That's interesting.
I think it would just be like it'd be hard to sell me on a story like being. They would have to if it were some type of murder between the two survivor guys. Like if they went on, I could see the two Cooper and Johnson like wanting to push onto the peak, and they're like, no, like we're turning around, and them being grabbed like we're going to the peak, and they're like, no, and then they're just like trying to drag them up there.
Yeah, but I'd be like,
done.
fuck off.
I would
Just
love
go.
it.
We
Also,
don't need
yeah,
you
like,
to come.
They let
leave.
exactly. That's what I'm saying.
sure.
Everybody else would want to leave.
Oh, Janet,
They let
you want to
all those
leave?
other people.
Oh no.
Well, the thing is,
Yeah.
I would like that theory. I would. I think that would be a good way of like that's animosity. The only problem is for me is that everyone so far has turned back with no issue. So now all of a sudden they're going to be like, you're not turning back too.
I also can't see the two guys being like covering for each other because like you said,
No.
nobody knows each other.
No,
like,
exactly.
They have no like real attachment to each other. So even if like
Unless
one
they
of them
went-
killed the other, one of them killed like one of them, and then they look at each other and they make it like a silent accord like right there, and just being like,
For
we
life?
gotta kill Janet too. Like you
Yeah,
know,
but
it's-
one buddy looks at him. He's like, "Why did you fucking do that?" And he looks back at him. He says, "Why did you? Huh?
she's
Yeah,
a good
huh?
point.
Fucking prove
Damn.
it."
Good point.
Let's say we did it.
Now we gotta kill Janet.
Now we take a blood oath.
They're like, fuck.
Yeah, good point. Touche.
They're like, you know what? I kind of like that. You know who I don't like? Janet. yeah, they high five and go after. And I just like honestly, it's such a weird one because I'm like, if the two of them, like you said, they don't know each other, so like you think one would roll, and then it was like I try to like flip it. I'm like, could Janet and John Cooper have scrapped? But they're too far away from each other. They're too far away from each other.
Well, and Janet wasn't far away from the fucking base camp either, which was weird.
I feel like
Yeah,
those two
It's,
guys,
bizarre.
would have jumped to the chance to be like, yeah, they scrapped and they fought and something happened. Like,
Yeah.
it's like they would have said that if that really
Yes,
happened. But they're just
right?
kind of like, no, we left her.
Yeah, it's because I'm
Well,
like
she had been asking them to leave her too, right? Like we kind of did miss out on the fact that she did have a fall and like didn't get up, and her hands were all fucked, and
That
she like
comes
they
from
basically
her.
had to like they walked Oreo style, like she was sandwiched in the middle of them, and like tied her to them so they could like prop her up as they walked, and she was like begging them, just let me fucking go, let me die, like. So, at one point, you're kind of just like, yeah, fuck you, bye.
Yeah, it's like we gotta survive. Yeah.
Someone had also called Janet's mom and said that she should personally talk to both of the people because something's not adding up.
It's crazy, dude.
Right?
It's nuts.
But I'm like, any way you cut it, I'm like, it's hard to like. It's one of those ones where it's like every possibility that we kind of know of seems almost unrealistically to happen. Like for those two guys that, like, you know how statistically rare it would be for two strangers to join up on a hike and then just be like, yeah, let's do murder together and then keep it quiet for the rest of our lives. Like, unbelievable. I can't imagine the statistic anomaly.
You
on
know,
that.
if I wanted to do
Murder.
Murder. Me too.
what? No way.
No, I mean, here's
You always want to do kill Janet. Me too.
dude, here's a plausible scenario, the murder angle. Accident. They both decide that they don't want to, like, well, it's an accident. We swear it's an accident, but it looks suspicious even to them at the time. And they're like, there's no way that rock should have fallen on her face and stayed there. they're going to think we killed her. There's no way that this rock fell perfectly and smashed a guy in the back of the head. It looks like murder. And they're like, okay, it looks like murder. If they ever find out, we're just going to say, keep it straight to say it was an accident forever.
But why put the rock on her head? Like you don't want to touch it? Kick
Maybe
it
they don't
off.
want to touch it. Maybe they find fingerprints.
What if murder was the
All
plan?
wearing like gloves, like I don't know, fingerprints,
What
like
if murder-
fucking high altitude, like Arctic exploring gloves.
What if murder was the plan the entire time? This Carmi guy organized a fucking murder vacation.
I could get
That was the plan the entire time.
Kill a couple.
The only two people that were in on it. Maybe the entire group, other than the two that died, were in on it, and they backed out. They're
And
like,
I mean,
I don't
listen,
have the stomach for this.
as
So
much
that's
as
why
it-
they continue with
I
the
like
cover
that.
up.
As much as
Right?
it sounds far-fetched, we know there was fucking murder tourism in Bosnia.
Yeah, dude.
Right? Like we know that happens. We know it's happened in real life. So it's
It's
like
like
maybe.
Yeah.
But what
are
a
the
weird thing,
bank
like how
records?
enjoyable is it to kill someone? I just can't imagine the joy of killing someone wearing like fucking 50 pounds of winter gear. You know what I mean? Like you're like,
what's
They're already half dead though.
No, but here's the thing is too, though, is the
point.
only account we really have of how horrible and treacherous was from them. Maybe it wasn't that bad. Like we said, this was a medium fucking hike. Maybe it wasn't that bad. They just blew up the story,
like,
right?
There's still, I mean, there are fatalities on that mountain. Like
Yeah,
every
There's
year.
three. There's three every year. There is three. Every
People do die.
We
on
got
that
3 people
mountain.
die in our lake every year. I was just swimming in the
you know
other
that
day.
I want to tie that last theory together. You know who? Okay, who was the guide who had to turn back early?
Carmi.
Carmi.
Yep, he's the mastermind, dude.
That's what I mean. He organized the fucking murder vacation.
Because he's like, yeah, he gets them all together. He gets paid a large sum of money. We got to investigate this guy's bank accounts. Where did he get all his money from? Is he rich right now? Is he still alive?
No, everyone's dead.
Everyone's dead?
The
Everyone's
college guy, the university student, was the last
Dude,
person.
I agree.
to die.
I think that's the most plausible scenario. Murder tourism.
Yep.
This guy orchestrated it all, got them together. It was the two or three or four guys, and Carney in on it, and it's the two backed out. I like that theory a lot. And these two, they followed through with it. Closed door meeting after, buttoned up all the
That's so
details.
weird. Yeah, that's
And
so
that was it.
fucking weird. Like, I mean, that just to me is like,
As much as I want to say it was fucking Sasquatch or something, some Andes Yeti. Gotta get those pictures. I guess those fucking pictures are behind the New York Times paywall. Those little fucks.
yeah, we ain't paying for this.
We're not paying for
there's,
that, dude.
There's nothing in them though. There's nothing in like that point to anything in those pictures. They're like,
Says
it
who?
is photos of the climb. The New York Times.
Don't trust them.
Yeah.
Don't trust him at all.
Fake news. Yeah, it's an interesting one. Go into it. Let us know. Are we close? Like, were you listening to this, or have you looked into this? What are your theories? What do you thought? I want to know what other people.
Do you think it's a
happened.
fellow climber murder? Some type of secret meeting
Just
cover up?
doesn't make sense.
Was it some type of Cold War intel angle? And was that camera buried by design? Let us know. Or even better, that camera had something on it. They thought, just in case we'll leave this camera here, they switched the film out to just regular shots. That real film is somewhere out there. The film of the murder is out there. I swear.
Still in that Yeti cave.
Yetis, they're looking at the negatives, and then when the sun comes out,
All right, this week we got a few beauties who
hell yeah.
found themselves on patreon.com. They searched for Alien Theorists Theorizing. They signed up for all the early episodes, all the bonus goodies. We got Mango Lloyd.
Yeah, Mango Lloyd.
Let's go.
Joshua Reigns with a full year pledge at the Ron Frontier.
Fuck yeah.
Legend. And Pepperoni Combos.
Hell yeah.
The best combos.
The best of the best. Thank you
That
very
is
much
good
for
combos.
supporting the show.
And as we always say at the end of these things, keep those eyes on the skies.
See you next time.